don't miss the biggest nights in MMA. PFL is more than a fight.
To score a goal like that, you could see what it meant to me personally.
Just all to play for, which is so exciting. These teams have to come in here and give it their all.
Have a real nice tempo. Goes baseline, watch out.
Oh, my!
Oh, baby! All the way down the runway for a big-time throwdown.
Fight Week on DAZN is non-stop action. Access all areas of the biggest fights, even before the bell rings.
I hope you guys enjoy this fight as much as I will.
That's a lot of fans out there.
Look at that! The drama keeps continuing, Teddy.
This is just brilliant.
This is boxing. This is life. It's not joking.
No politics, no fluff, just fist, glory, and a little bit of history. Cheers to that.
Of Serie A action. We'll bring you so much of it here on DAZN.
Magnificent.
That is tremendous.
DAZN is the home of boxing.
Really spurs you on, gets you going. Let's make history. Pure power. There's no way back from this, surely.
The following program is recommended for those 16 and over, as it contains sporting violence, possible bad language, and flashing imagery.
This is the moment the world has been waiting for. The judges are ready, the fighters are ready, the boxing world is ready. The fight starts now! Let's go.
So aggressive, so focused.
It all comes down to this.
With a corner knockdown.
Still the undisputed champion of the world.
Weigh in live on DAZN. What a wild and woolly fight week it has been here in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. We've had one boxer become a father, two boxers' fathers fighting, so who knows what's going to go down tonight as they come face to face for the final time before tomorrow night's fight night. It's the weigh-ins, and it's live next right here on DAZN. Let's go!
Live only on DAZN, November 22nd, the Ring 4. 4 world title fights in 4 different divisions. David Benavidez, the undefeated Mexican monster, defends against London's own Anthony Yarde. Devin Haney moves up to challenge Brian Norman Jr. Bam Rodriguez looks to unify against Fernando Martinez. It's the night of the champions. The Ring 4, November 22nd. Watch only on DAZN.
How about that beauty shot with our fancy drone? There's nothing quite like Boulevard City here in the heart of Riyadh in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia as we get set for the weigh-ins as the fighters will go face to face. 18 of them total, 9 fights on the card, 5 on the undercard, and of course we've got 4 fights that could be main events anywhere in the world, but it's capped off by David Benavidez versus Anthony Yarde. Hello, I'm Todd Grisham. He is the former junior middleweight champion of the world, the Latin Snake, Sergio Mora. It's certainly been an entertaining and interesting fight week here, Sergio. What's been your favorite part?
Probably the beatdown that we witnessed this week.
The beatdown, what are you referring to?
The beatdown I gave you on the golf course.
Can we focus on boxing, please, Sergio?
All the boxing's the next beatdown we're going to witness because we got a lot of explosions, a lot of dynamite. And of course, we're going to see it on every single card.
And you see right here that the fathers have kind of stolen the show. Brian Norman Sr. and Bill Haney have been jabber-jawing back and forth. What do you make of all that?
Well, the fodder is good, but I like to see the fathers not doing it. I want to see the boxers doing it, but the boxers have been very classy. I mean, all the B-sides have been carrying themselves like the A-sides. They've been selling the fight, and I like seeing that because they belong. They don't carry themselves like they're the opponents. They carry themselves like the champions and like they belong.
Well, it seems like Devin and Brian are both sort of more humble, quiet guys, so they've let their dads provide that fodder. As you said, it's made for at least an entertaining week, no doubt about it. That will be the co-main event, but the main event, David Benavidez versus Anthony Yarde and Sergio. Those two guys have basically had nothing but nice things to say about each other.
Look, personally as a fighter, I like seeing that because that's quiet confidence. That's a quiet storm brewing. I don't like hearing all that hoopla, especially coming from the dads like we witnessed earlier. But there's this quiet bravado that I see in Anthony Yarde. Like, he's been here before. He knows the moment. He's not intimidated by power. He's faced two of the biggest punches in Benavidez and Kovalev, so a third one ain't going to be any different. I like that. I love the way Brian Norman Jr. has been handling himself, handling everyone else. Benavidez in a new weight class hasn't looked like the Mexican monster he looked at 168. So is there vulnerabilities there? Is he having weight issues? There's a lot of things in the air that people are questioning and thinking about. We're going to find out tomorrow night.
Yeah, and Anthony Yarde trying for a world title for the third time. Came up just short against Artur Beterbiev and Sergey Kovalev. He promises to not let this opportunity pass him by. My favorite moment of fight week was when Puma Martinez trying to intimidate Bam Rodriguez, kind of shoving him with that world title. You see it right here. A lot of people show Bam so much respect. That's not how Martinez carries himself.
That's not the Argentinian way. I mean, they carry themselves with a lot of heart, and they travel in packs. They're strong, they're confident, and that's a world champion there. So it's champion versus champion. I love that ninja pose. Every single time he gets on front of the camera, like he's carrying himself like he belongs. I've been seeing that from every single B-side. The opponents aren't carrying themselves like opponents.
All right, well, let's show you the fight card that will happen tomorrow night. At least our four main fights, and the one matchup we didn't mention could be the fight of the night. Abdullah Mason squaring off against Sam Noakes for the vacant WBO Lightweight World Championship. If Mason wins, he becomes the youngest champion in the world today. Jesse Rodriguez and Fernando Martinez for 4 belts. Brian Norman Jr. and Devin Haney for the WBO welterweight title. Of course, there's your main event. David Benavidez, the Mexican monster, and the beast from the East, Anthony Yarde, for the WBC and WBA light heavyweight world titles. Without further ado, how about we get this thing started after I remind you about the magnificent new opportunity you have right now. This is the Ultimate Package, a new subscription offer that includes over 180 fight nights and a minimum of 12 pay-per-view events for one annual fee. With so many mega cards set to be announced in 2026 and some that already have been, this is the best value for the money for the ultimate boxing fan. And that's you, because you're watching right now. You are locked and loaded. Let's get this party started. Down to the stage now, and the incomparable Thomas Treiber.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the weigh-in for the Ring 4 Night of the Champions. Tomorrow from the A&B Arena in Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. We would first like to give a special thank you to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the custodian of the 2 holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and Chairman of the General Entertainment Authority and the Saudi Boxing Federation, His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh. This event is being brought to you by Riyadh Season, Sella, Ring Magazine, Frank Warren for Queensberry, and Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing, in association with Bob Arum for Top Rank Incorporated, Samson Boxing, Warriors Boxing, Devin Haney Promotions, and AY Promotions, along with their premium partners, Saudi Tourism Authority, STC, Saudi National Bank, Dr. Suleiman Al Habib Medical Group, and Saudia. Their strategic partners, Myar United, Arroyo Cruises, Sadia, Lucid Motors, SHG, and Azure. Their main partners, Pepsi and Arena Fitness Innovation, and their commercial partner, Prime. A big thanks to those great partners. A reminder, ladies and gentlemen, that this great event will be broadcasted live, worldwide, exclusively on DAZN by now at DAZN.com. Let's now get the weigh-in process started. Our first two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 4-round bantamweight contest. We will first welcome, coming to us from Bwaise, Uganda. He has a professional record of 1 win, 1 defeat, and 1 draw. Let's welcome Barker Mando Sawanyana. And now we will welcome from Mexico City, Tepito, Mexico. He had a stellar amateur career, and now, at the age of 16, he makes his professional boxing debut. Let's welcome Juan El Güerito de Tepito. And we will welcome first to the scale, Barker Sawanyana. $115.3 for Barker Mando Sawanyana. Now to the scale, Juan El Güerito de Tepito. $116.9 for Juan El Güerito de Tepito.
Juan Güerito making his professional debut. We saw him in the open workouts yesterday, Sergio. It looks like he's got plenty of speed and plenty of pop.
No, yeah, and good technique. That's the main thing behind him, and he looks in great shape as well. El Güerito de Tepito. And yeah, he's going to have the size advantage, reach advantage.
Once again, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 4-round bantamweight contest.
Look how excited they are. They keep copying each other, the throat slash, the punches, the swaying back and forth.
No, it's rare for them to get the big stage like this on a big card here in Saudi. So yeah, they're soaking it up.
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 4-round super featherweight contest. We will first welcome from Mapusa, India. He brings a professional record of 3 wins, 1 defeat, and 1 draw. Let's welcome Umesh Shaban. And now let's welcome, from right here, Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. At 17 years of age, he is now undefeated as a professional with 1 victory. Let's welcome Sultan El Nino Al Mohammed. And we will welcome first to the scale, Umesh Shaban. 129.9 for Umesh Shaban. Now to the scale, we'll welcome Sultan Al Mohammed. 129 for the undefeated 17-year-old Sultan El Nino Al Mohammed.
Sultan Al Mohammed, obviously the favorite here, just getting his professional career started, fighting in his home country. Sergio, from the limited footage you've seen of him, what kind of fighter is he?
Well, he uses his advantages, you know, slight height and reach. He's good on his feet, keeps his distance. He fights good mid-range. And, you know, like I mentioned last night, I believe, you know, these fighters from Saudi, from India, you know, different parts of the world, where boxing's at a hotbed, they're learning on the job.
Once again, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 4-round super featherweight contest. Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 6-round super middleweight contest. Let's first welcome from Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. He has a professional record consisting of 11 wins, 4 defeats, 1 draw. 5 of his 11 wins come by way of knockout. Let's welcome Pius Impenda, JR9.
This the Game of Thrones. You didn't have to close. Eli, where my rocket ship? It's time to go home. They served us apart since the day we was born. Anybody thought? Gotta make a drink to yours. Now I'm Jay Kelly. Now I'm Bill Cosby. Now I'm Puff Daddy.
And now we will welcome from Hermosillo, Sonora, Mexico. Undefeated with 13 wins. 9 of his 13 wins come by way of knockout. Let's welcome Julio Diamante Porras. And we will welcome first to the scale, Pius Impenda. $166.12 for Pius Impenda, JR9. And now we welcome to the scale, Julio Porras. $167.9 for the undefeated Julio Diamante Porras.
Well, Sergio, I know you are familiar with the Mexican style of fighting. How would you describe the Tanzanian style of fighting?
I am not afraid to admit I have no clue. I mean, it's not a fan-friendly boxing environment. Tanzania, I don't think there's ever been
a world champion from there.
Tanzania. So I can watch video on them, but there's not much video either. So yeah, I'm curious to see what we see here with Impenda.
Once again, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 6-round super middleweight contest.
Tanzania, by the way, on the eastern part of Africa along the Indian Ocean for you Jeopardy contestants.
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 6-round super featherweight contest. Let's first welcome, coming to us from Zhuhai, China. His professional record, 7 wins, 5 defeats. 4 of his 7 wins coming by way of knockout. Let's welcome Zhang Li.
China.
And now let's welcome from right here, Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Undefeated with 6 wins. 1 win comes by way of knockout. Let's welcome mighty Mohammed Al-Akil. And we will welcome first to the scale, Xiaoming Li. $132.3 for Xiaoming Li. Now to the scale, Mohammed Al-Akil. 131.6 for the undefeated, mighty Mohammed Al-Akil.
Mighty Mo. Sergio, we're very familiar with him. You expect him to have much trouble here with Xiaoming Li?
No, I don't. I think he's evolving nicely. He's been training with a world-renowned trainer, Abel Sanchez, in the mountains of Big Bear. You get a lot of great work out there, the isolation, the altitude. So he's going to be in great shape, and I think he's evolving nicely as a pro as well. From his first and second fight, now he's using the jab more, keep fighting mid-range, staying in the middle of the ring. I see the evolution, and I'm impressed with what I see with Al-Akil.
Once again, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 6-round super featherweight contest. Our next 2 fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round contest, and it will be for the WBO Global Middleweight Championship. Let's first welcome the challenger, a native of Lagos, Nigeria, now fighting out of Novara, Italy. Undefeated with 21 wins, 5 wins come by way of knockout. He is the former WBC International Silver Champion. Let's welcome Samuel, the Black Panther in Moma. And now let's welcome the defending champion from Roseland, New Jersey, USA. His professional record, 21 wins, just 1 defeat. 12 wins come by way of knockout. Ranked number 6 by the WBO, here is the reigning and defending WBO Global Middleweight Champion, Vito White Magic Mielnicki Jr. And we will welcome first to the scale, the challenger, Samuel in Moma. 159.6 for the challenger, Samuel, the Black Panther in Moma. Now to the scale, the defending champion, Vito Mielnicki Jr. 159.6 for the defending champion, Vito White Magic Mielnicki Jr.
Sergio Mielnicki ranked 6th by the WBO. A lot of people may not be too familiar with him, but if he wins tomorrow night, they're going to have to recognize he could be in a world title fight soon.
Well, this is why he's here. I mean, this is going to be his 3rd straight undefeated opponent, so of course he's going to start getting ranked, fighting better opposition. I mean, he's a good, strong kid from Jersey, fights long, has good power.
Ooh,
I like him.
Look at that stare down.
Yeah, it's always good to get undefeated fighters on your resume. He has one in front of him, a determined fighter from Nigeria. Doesn't carry much power, but he is a strong puncher. I think he's a stronger puncher than the knockout ratio indicates. Both these guys are motivated. Someone's always gonna go.
Once again, these two competing tomorrow in a 10-round contest for the WBO Global Middleweight Championship.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, to get you even more ready for tomorrow night, head over to the locker room on DAZN.com for all of your raw and unfiltered content needs.
The Locker Room, the new home of DAZN's boxing content. All your big hitters, all in one place.
I am not going to stop until I am pulled off of this guy.
Daniel, don't disrespect you. Daniel, don't disrespect you. I personally think you're a bit of a don't really like you.
Welcome on board the rivalry line.
I do not want to be average. I fear being average.
More exclusive content than ever before.
You look at that blood, you remember what's coming.
Welcome to Inside the Ring, boxing's official show of record. I'm your host, Max Keller.
Where boxing lives, breathes, and never stops.
I never thought being with Matchroom I'd be doing stuff like that.
Weekly content from all your favourite creators, promoters, and influencers. The Locker Room, only on DAZN, the global home of boxing.
Our main event comes together across the face-off table, delivering their raw and unfiltered thoughts as they make their final predictions before fight night. And you can go behind the ropes with an exclusive all-access look inside Devin Haney's Colorado training camp and the latest installment of our On the Ground series. Jesse Bam Rodriguez takes to the streets with the one and only Showbiz, the adult, to reveal what truly makes champions tick. See it all only on DAZN.com.
DAZN is game on. Watch every Serie A match this season. Hear the Tifosi roar. Derby days like no other. Where football is faith in Europe's toughest division. Plus, highlights from La Liga and Bundesliga. And relive iconic moments with FIFA Plus. All in one place all season long. Watch now on DAZN.
It's time for our main card fighters to step to the stage, and for that we go back down to Thomas.
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 12-round contest, and it will be for the vacant WBO Lightweight Championship of the World. Let's first welcome, from Maidstone, Kent, England, undefeated with 17 wins, 15 of his 17 wins come by way of knockout. Ranked number 8 by Ring Magazine, he is the former British and European champion. Let's welcome Sam Midge Noakes. Let's welcome, from Cleveland, Ohio, USA, a Ring Magazine ambassador. He is undefeated with 19 wins. 17 of his 19 wins come by way of knockout. Ranked number 9 by Ring Magazine, he is the former NABF and WBO NABO champion. Let's welcome Abdullah Mason. And we will first welcome to the scales Sam Noakes. for the undefeated Sam Midge Noakes. Now to the scale, Abdullah Mason. $134 for the undefeated Abdullah Mason.
Considering all the star power on the main card, Sergio, this one's kind of become a sleeper fight, but it could be the best of the night.
It's no sleeper, man. Anyone that knows boxing and follow these prospects, these contenders, they know that someone's gonna go down. Big power by both. We got a southpaw in one, and we got Noakes in another one. And Noakes is a hard-punching guy. He's a body puncher, coming straight forward. When it comes to Abdullah Mason, he's tall, he's lengthy, but he is vulnerable, has been dropped before. This is going to be a hard fight. Someone's getting knocked out.
And a lot of Brits making the trip here to Riyadh and making some noise here tonight.
It's a battle of the undefeated tomorrow. 12 rounds scheduled for the vacant WBO Lightweight Championship of the World.
All right, Sam, obviously this is going to be your first world title shot, and you and Abdullah Mason both fighting on the world-class level for the first time. He's been on the deck before. How do you make him feel your heavy hands?
Well, you'll see tomorrow. I ain't got no other way of fighting, boys, to be honest. You understand? Come on! Come on!
And look, this is unbelievable. Look at the support you have from England. I made the trip over here to Riyadh. How do you make them happy and bring the title home?
Well, you know, I like it. Sam Noakes knockout, boys. You know, you understand? Come on! You know!
Thank you, Sam. Can't wait to see you tomorrow night.
Abdullah, that was an intense face-off. There's a lot of intensity right there. What's the last impression you're taking from that face-off?
We finna cook tomorrow night.
That's it?
Yeah, we finna cook.
Are we gonna have some grits in it?
Yeah, we gonna add everything in it. We gonna season it up real good, and we gonna eat.
24 hours. What are you gonna focus on?
I got an appetite for smoke, so Saturday is when that's fulfilled.
Woohoo! Looking forward to it. Thank you so much. Looking forward to seeing you on Saturday.
Thank you.
They finna cook. Todd Grisham, do you know what that means?
They're fixing to cook.
Something like that.
It's going to get hot in the kitchen.
It's going to get hot inside that ring, that's for sure.
I got it. With some grits. Nice question there, Claudia. Get those grits in there?
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 12-round contest, and it will be for the WBC, WBO, WBA, and Ring Magazine Super Flyweight Championships of the World. Let's first welcome, coming to us from La Boca, Buenos Aires, Argentina. Undefeated with 18 wins, 9 of his 18 wins come by way of knockout. Ranked #1 by Ring Magazine, tomorrow the reigning and defending WBA Super Flyweight Champion of the World. Let's welcome Fernando El Puma Martinez. And now let's welcome, from San Antonio, Texas, USA. He is undefeated with 22 wins. 15 of his 22 wins come by way of knockout. He is, pound for pound, one of boxing's top stars and the reigning and defending Ring Magazine champion and unified WBC and WBO Super Flyweight Champion of the World. Let's welcome Jesse Bam Rodriguez. And we will welcome first to the scale, Fernando Martinez. Shirt off. $113.12 for the defending champion, Fernando El Puma Martinez. Now to the scale, Jesse Rodriguez. $114.6 for the defending champion, Jesse Bam Rodriguez.
Sergio, this is Argentinian machismo versus Mexican confidence, two completely contrasting styles. Watch out for the stare down. Yesterday, Puma shoved Bam.
Humble confidence coming from the champion in Bam Rodriguez, and this exuberant excitement coming from the champion from Argentina. I mean, this is as good as it gets. And look, they travel in packs as well. You know, Mexicans have a saying, si se puede. Si che puede for Argentina. This is going to be a hell of a fight to start things off.
And he's already trying to intimidate one of the pound-for-pound kings. You're not going to intimidate Bam Rodriguez. He's as cold as ice, Sergio.
Yes, they are, man. Both these guys are cold, man. Only one guy's a little more excited. Bam Rodriguez been there, done that. There's a little bit more room for Puma Martinez, you know, traveling, being the road warrior, but he's still carrying himself like he's a favorite. And that's what I'm talking about here, Todd. Every B-side, if you want to call him that, if you want to call the champ and Puma Martinez a B-side, they're carrying themselves like this champ. Sam Noakes before him, same thing. Every single guy that's on the other side of the champion is carrying themselves like a champion.
It's a battle of the undefeated. 12 rounds scheduled for the WBC, WBO, WBA, and Ring Magazine Super Flyweight Championships of the World.
All right, Puma. We know how confident you are. You're not showing the champion, Bam Rodriguez, any respect at all. And we know you like to bring the pressure in the ring. How do you take that Ring Magazine Championship home to Argentina?
Obviamente sabemos que no estás demostrando nada de respeto al campeón. Sabemos que vas a entrar en el ring con agresión. ¿Cómo puedes asegurar que te llevas ese cinturón de ring a casa a la Argentina?
Hola a toda mi gente. Yo soy el campeón. Yo vengo por los otros cinturones que me pertenecen. Esto es Argentina.
Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well. I'm the champion. I'm coming for those belts. Those other belts belong to me. Let's go, Argentina.
And then Fernando, we know that you went to Japan twice, defeated Kazuta Ioka, a really quality fighter. What kind of confidence did that give you that you can knock off one of the pound-for-pound best in the sport?
Sabemos que fuiste de dos veces a Japón, te enfrentaste a Ioka, una muy buena campeón. ¿Qué te da la confianza que puedes detronar a ese campeón, que es uno que se habla mucho de que es uno de los mejores libra por libra?
Bueno, primero le gané al gran campeón que era Ancajas. Después le gané al gran campeón Kazuto Ioka. Y ahora me llaman el Matarreyes. Por eso tengo toda la fe y vamos a ganar. Para toda la Argentina, para mi vieja, para mi señora, para el Noakes, para Alma, para mis hermanos, mis hermanas y todos los argentinos que quieren la victoria.
Well, first I went and I beat the champion in Ajo. Then I beat Ioka, you know, and then they call me the person that goes on and takes on challenges and beats champions. I have all the faith that we can go and win this for Argentina. I have the faith that we can win this as well for my mother, for my daughters, Lune y Alma. We're going to do this, and this is for Argentina.
This one could steal the show. We cannot wait for Saturday night.
Well, Bam has a couple of things. Did you just hear that? He says he's a king killer. What do you have to say about that?
There's one king, and that's me. And tomorrow he won't kill me. I'm immortal.
There you go. I like those words. With that being said, how surprised are you that he's basically shown no respect and he's got a huge crowd supporting him?
I mean, they're all clowns. Tomorrow I'm going to tame this little kitty.
Between now and tomorrow, what do you think is going to be the most important factor to take that win on Saturday?
Just be myself. This is no different. This is just another fight to me. I'm going to go out there and show the world who Bam Rodriguez is.
And again, congratulations on Milo. So we look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Yes, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Quiet confidence coming from the champ, Bam Rodriguez. And of course, Argentina is here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, supporting their man, Puma Martinez. This is going to be explosive, Todd.
Well, Sergio, we can never promise a certain fight that is going to be fight of the night, but we can promise that it's going to be an amazing fight. How can it not be? Has Bam ever been in a boring contest?
No, but he's been in competitive contests because he's fought nothing but lions, champion after champion. Since he upset Carlos Cuadras, he just hasn't looked back. I mean, 7 out of his 9 last fights have been champions. I mean, Cafu was a champion. Carlos Cuadras, Gallo Estrada, he's knocking these guys out, taking one by one. Now another champion's in the way.
But Sergio, you know, sometimes fighters that look unbeatable, it's the awkward style of a fighter. Vernon Forrest comes to mind, Ricardo Mayorga. He should beat Ricardo Mayorga 10 times out of 10, but that wild, unorthodox style, those overhand shots can sometimes beat a better fighter, can they not?
Great comparison, Todd Grisham, and I beat Vernon Forrest with that unorthodox style as well. Look, the way to beat perfection is to be imperfect. You know, you can't go in there doing the exact same thing everyone else is doing. You got to be different. So yes, that style, that winging style, that Argentinian, you know, bravado with that power, that can actually pose some issues for someone like Bam.
All right, look who's on the stage now, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the co-main event and Mr. Michael Buffer.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are down to the final 2 bouts and the weigh-in for them for the Ring 4 Night of Champions here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's all tomorrow night at the ANB Arena. And special thanks, of course, as always, to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and to the custodian of the 2 holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and Chairman of the General Entertainment Authority and Saudi Boxing Federation, His Excellency Turki Al Sheikh. And it's all presented by Riyadh Season and the Bible of Boxing Ring Magazine, along with Sella, Frank Warren for Queensberry, and Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing. The co-featured presented in association with Bob Arams, Top Rank Boxing, and Devin Haney Promotions. And the main event in association with Samson Boxing and AY Promotions. Along with our sponsorship partners, premium partners, Saudi Tourism Authority, STC, Saudi National Bank, Dr. Sulaiman Al Habib Medical Group, and Saudia. Strategic partners are Mayar United, along with Arroyo Cruises, Saudia, Lucid Motors, SHG, and Azure. Main partners Pepsi and Arena Fitness Innovation. And our commercial partner is Prime. And for those of you who won't be at the arena and watching us around the world, don't forget, you go to DAZN.com and you'll be able to see all the action broadcast live and exclusively on DAZN. So ladies and gentlemen, let's bring the fighters to the stage for the co-featured contest. It's undefeated versus undefeated. Somebody's has got to go. 12 rounds of boxing for the welterweight championship of the world, sanctioned by the WBO. Let's bring the challenger up first. His professional record, a perfect one. 32 fights, 32 victories, 15 big wins by knockout. From Oakland, California, now living, training, and fighting out of Miami, Florida, USA. He's a 2-time world champion, the former undisputed lightweight champion of the world, and the former undefeated super lightweight world champion. He's the challenger tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, Devin the Dream Haney. Undefeated challenger, two-time world champion. And his opponent, let's welcome him to the stage from Decatur, Georgia, USA. Also, a perfect professional record, 28 fights, 28 victories, 22 wins by knockout. He's ranked #1 in the world by the Bible of Boxing Ring Magazine in this division, ladies and gentlemen. He's the reigning and defending undefeated WBO welterweight champion of the world, the Assassin 2, Brian Norman Jr. Undefeated champion versus undefeated challenger. First onto the scales will be the challenger, former two-time world champion, former undisputed lightweight world champion, former super lightweight world champion, now moving up to the welterweight division to challenge undefeated versus undefeated. 146.6 pounds for the challenger, Devin the Dream Haney. Next on to the scales, the undefeated champion from Decatur, Georgia, USA. 28 fights, 28 victories, 22 wins by knockout on the scale at this time. The reigning and defending champion, Brian Norman Jr. 146.12 pounds for the undefeated champion, Brian Norman Jr., the Assassin 2.
Sergio, this fight could go in a couple ways. If it goes Brian Norman's way, it's going to be a slugfest where he's trying to beat this man down. Devin Haney, the stick and move master.
If this fight is long range, it's going to be the dream Devin Haney doing what he knows does, the jab, the distance. If it's mid-range and close range, it's going to be the power puncher and Brian Norman Jr. What fight are we going to get? I think we're going to get a little bit of both, and that's why this fight is one of the most interesting on the card, because we got a puncher and a boxer.
Can Norman win a decision?
Yeah, you know what? He can. He's more than a puncher. That's what I've been realizing. More than just a puncher. And Haney, we know that he's experienced. He's the one with the heavy resume. That's why this fight, I mean, we say all the time, it sounds cliche, but it's 50-50.
World champion Devin the Dream Haney. The defending champion, the Assassin 2, the undefeated Brian Norman Jr., the world champion.
Well, Sergio, in this case, it's not cliche. Look at the odds. It is literally 50-50.
Brian Norman Jr. ranked #1 in the world in the welterweight division by the Bible of Boxing Ring Magazine.
There was nervous energy in the air at yesterday's face-off. This is what I like seeing from Devin Haney. That's what I want to see from the Dream. He's facing a nightmare, a potential nightmare in front of him. And Brian Norman Jr., you don't want to have that nervous energy. You want to lock eyes. You want to let him know, this is my house, this is my title. I'm going home with it. I belong. You're the one that doesn't belong. That's what I like seeing from champions. Professionalism and quiet confidence.
They can't pull these two guys away from each other. Haney wants more. I love it. Let's see if they have the same energy once the bell rings, or is Devin Haney going to be going backwards instead of forwards?
That's the thing. What Devin Haney are we going to get?
Undefeated versus undefeated for the welterweight championship of the world. Devin the Dream Haney goes against Brian Norman Jr.
All right, we are here with Devin the Dream Haney. You're going for your 3rd world title. And look, right, fighting on this kind of stage is nothing new for you. How do you show Brian Norman that there are levels to this game?
Alhamdulillah, thank Allah for this opportunity. And the talking is done. Now it's time to do work. Inshallah, victory.
All right, thank you, Devin.
Oh my goodness. So the dads did a lot of talking today. There was absolutely no talking today. That was an intense face-off. What did you take away from his demeanor, his body language? This is the last time you guys see each other before you walk into the ring.
Sure, it's about that time. 24 hours. Talk is over. They're going to get this action started.
Talk about this next 24 hours. What are you going to eat? What are you going to do? What are you going to focus on?
Sure, same thing as any other day. Might eat me a few steaks, a few sweet potatoes. You know what I'm saying? Get some little waffles. They got a little chocolate cake waiting on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm eating good, baby.
Wait, hold on. I'm pretty sure I'm invited.
One more time?
I'm invited.
Oh, yeah. We all invited. We got sweet potato pie at the crib waiting on us right now. Everybody come on through.
Real quick, before I let you go, what does this matchup do for you that's going to bring the best out of you?
Shoot, y'all finna find out, man. Just straight up, knowing the game over everything. You see that belt on my shoulder. I came in with it, I'm finna walk out with it. And y'all boys gonna respect me after this one. Watch it.
We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
The Norman gang over anything. He walked in with a belt, he's walking out with it. I grew up in Georgia, and I like that southern drawl he's got.
Yeah, but you don't have his twang or his coolness or his confidence. I mean, I love that, man. He just answers everything. That's what I like about seeing, from Brian Norman Jr., because he's not accustomed to the stage. We know that Devin Haney is, but he's handling it with confidence. He's the champion. And look, we know that he carries the power. Is that going to be enough? We'll find out.
And we know that Devin Haney is susceptible to the left hook, and Brian Norman Jr. picked up the knockout of the year with a left hook.
The thing about power is, it's not enough when it comes to elite boxers. And Devin Haney is an elite boxer with one of the best jabs in boxing. But it's the chin that really is questionable on Devin Haney. So what Haney are we going to get? Are we going to get the master boxer we saw against Regis Prograis, the vulnerable chin we saw against Ryan Garcia, or the skittish Devin Haney that we're seeing in the last fight against Ramirez? These are all the questions going to get answered.
Well, I know what we're going to get right now. The main event. Let's send it down to Michael Buffer.
All right, we go to the weigh-in for the final contest of tomorrow night's action, Ring 4 Night of Champions. And a great night it will be. This contest scheduled for 12 rounds, and it's for the unified WBC, WBA Light Heavyweight Championship of the World. Here comes the challenger to the stage and then to the scales. Ranked number 4 in the world by the Bible of Boxing Ring magazine in this division. An outstanding record. 27 victories, 24 of those 27 by KO with 3 defeats. Fighting out of London, England, the Beast from the East, Anthony The challenger, one of the biggest KO punchers in the division, Anthony Yarde, and his opponent from Phoenix, Arizona, USA, with a perfect record, 30 fights, 30 victories, 24 big wins by knockout. He's a 2-time world champion, former super middleweight world champion, the reigning, defending, undefeated WBC, WBA, light heavyweight champion of the world, the Mexican monster, David Benavidez. And first onto the scales will be the beast from the East, the challenger, Anthony Yarde. Ranked number 4 in the world by Ring magazine. 27 fights, 24 KOs in those 27 wins. 173.9 pounds for the challenger, Anthony Yarde. Next onto the scales, the defending champion, a two-time world champion, undefeated as a professional, 30 fights, 30 victories, 24 wins by KO. 174.3 pounds for the reigning and defending champion, David Benavidez. El monstruo mexicano.
Anthony Yarde, built like the beast from the East. Sergio, look at that physique, but you know, David Benavidez intimidated by no man.
The British beast versus the Mexican monster. Both these guys carry big power, but look, man, experience is on both sides. So not only is it power, not only is it experience and hunger, but these guys are ready for this moment. I mean, we keep talking about the third time is a charm for Anthony Yarde. Maybe third time is the harm for David Benavidez.
For the unified light heavyweight championship of the world here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, live worldwide on DAZN.
This is a can't-miss main event on a night that has really 4 main events. This is the cream of the crop.
As the challenger going against the undefeated world champion, the Mexican monster, David Benavidez.
And that's what I want seeing. Look, a monster and a beast shaking hands, because it's respect, man. They've already sold the fight. They've already worked. I mean, they look in incredible shape. Now it's just time to show out.
David Benavidez's son is ready to go too. He's been throwing punches since making the walk. He's a future world champion in the making, that's for sure.
All right, we are here with Anthony Yarde. 2 losses only, and both against 2 of the biggest punchers in the division's history. I'm expecting the best version of Anthony Yarde on Saturday night. What lessons are you looking to apply from those 2 fights?
I'm just ready to fight. Past don't matter. It's only the present and the future. And I'm excited.
Look, and we know how much of a big puncher you are yourself. You're a quality fighter. I imagine it's a dream of yours to win that world title. What are you visualizing when you think about Saturday night?
Taking home the victory. That's all I've been visualizing. And I want to do it in an explosive way, exciting way, and it's going to be historic because it's him.
All right, we can't wait to see it Saturday night, main event. Thank you, Anthony.
Lions in the camp.
Well, you heard that. There's a lot of respect, but not really. He says he's still going to take your title away. So what do you say? There's a lot of hardware that he's going to have to carry.
Ain't nobody taking nothing from me. You know, I'm really excited. I've been training extremely hard for this fight. You know, I'm excited to get in there to see what Anthony Yarde is about. I'm excited to get in there to feel his power. And I'm excited, you know, to give the fans a great fight. Man, there's a lot of great talent on this card, but I'm going to go in there. I'm going to steal the show. We're going to have the best fight of the night. And David Benavidez is going to have the best performance of the night. And I'm going to walk out of there with both my titles still in my arm.
Well, this was the first challenge, but you came way below the limit. What's the strategy behind that?
There's no strategy behind that. I felt good. You know, the weight cut was easy. You know, we're under a pound, so I felt good. You know, I preserved a lot of energy. You know, I didn't really have to do too much to cut the weight to 175, so I feel good. Now I can use the extra energy into the fight.
There we go. We look forward to these following 24 hours and see you back in the ring. Thank you so much. Best of luck.
Yeah, thank you.
What a great night it was. Good turnout, too. A lot of juice. Sometimes that's not the case as we approach 10 p.m. here local time. But so many great fans from the United Kingdom and from Argentina here making a lot of noise. We'll wrap things up in just a minute, but right now, here's some stuff coming your way on DAZN.
We're not just competing, we're inventing, pushing the boundaries of stamina and speed. We're taking the titles, the big money, and writing history. From new challengers to certified legends. This is where you watch. We're not here to play games. DAZN Women's Sports.
Well, the moment finally arrives tomorrow. 4 main events on one card. It's the fight card of the year, no doubt about it. It's the Ring 4 card. And also in December on the 27th, it's the Ring 5, ladies and gentlemen, as Japan takes center stage It is the Samurai Edition. King Naoya Inoue facing Mexico's David Picasso. Then the females bring the new year in style. Amanda Serrano and Erica Cruz running back in Puerto Rico. Expect all-out action on January 3rd. And then January 24th, future heavyweight star Moses Atamwa faces former world title challenger Jermaine Franklin in the Magnificent Seven. A reminder that Ring 4, Night of Champions, is available to buy now at DAZN.com/boxing. This event is included as part of our Ultimate Package, a new subscription offer that includes over 180 fight nights and a minimum of 12 pay-per-view events for one annual fee. Mega cards, a mega product. The Ultimate Package. Get it now. Which one of these two lions will leave Wembley as the face of English boxing? It's over. There's no way back from this. Let's make history. Nothing comes close to what we are witnessing here. The big left hand. Unbelievable.
Is Italma the heir apparent? It's the biggest win of his professional life. Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury lock horns all over again. And he's just done it! Round one, destruction! He's up on his feet, they stop the fight! Virgil Ortiz, just like that! These shots are really sweet from Stevenson.
No love lost between these two.
Easy.
But I'm gonna show the world I'm the best in the world. I got something for you.
Dimitri Bivol, Archer, Benavidez, the undisputed light heavyweight champion, and seal his place in history.
And we welcome you back one final time here to Riyadh in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Things beginning to get a little quiet now as all the English fans have left and things have gotten a lot classier here in our studio. The esteemed Frank Warren from Queensberry is here. Sam Noakes and Anthony Yarde, your two fighters. Let's start first with Sam. He was all smiles. The crowd absolutely love him. What do you expect to see from him tomorrow night?
I expect a really good fight between the both of them, both undefeated. And Sam, you know, he's done everything that's been asked of him. He's every championship fight he's fought for, you know, from British, Commonwealth, European, he's won them. We know he can do 12 rounds comfortably. We made sure he had a 12-round fight where we knew we'd get the best out of him. He showed a different side of his abilities with his boxing, but he is a pressure fighter. And I believe that's going to be the difference tomorrow against Abdullah. I think his pressure, I believe, will win him the fight, but it's going to be a really great fight.
There comes a time where a contender needs to prove himself against another top contender.
Correct.
I mean, this is a fight where a title's on the line. Sam Noakes, I heard he's been getting incredible sparring. When this fight was offered, was it a yes right away from Noakes?
Did him discuss the money? You know, that's the truth. He just wanted it, and that's how it is. And you know, you made a point there. The 3 undercard fights to the main event. There's 12 fighters on there, all undefeated. I mean, I've never seen that before on a show. That is just fabulous. So these guys, they all got it to go for. They all got it to prove. The winners go on to bigger and better things. The incentive is there. This is a fabulous card, and I promise you, this could be the fight of the night with Sam and Abdullah.
Well, I tell you what, they're not your fighters, but I know you're excited to see Bam Rodriguez versus Puma Martinez. What a sensation Bam has been, but Puma is the type of guy that can certainly spoil things with his pressure and his power.
He does, and you know, most of these Argentinian guys are really, really tough guys. So I expect him to really give him some problems.
I love seeing it. I mean, the fact that both these guys are champions, but we know Bam's the unified champion, more familiar face. But whenever you get a B-side that's a champion, that's unknown, and has this kind of bravado.
And confidence.
And confidence. I mean, as a promoter, you must love that, but as a fan, do you really respect it and do you believe it?
I don't like if they're fighting my fighters. I prefer them not to be too. No, but look, he's there, and they're there for a reason, because they know they're on a great stage here, massive stage. This fight's going around the world on DAZN, and there's a chance to go and show what they're all about. And he's going to grab this opportunity with both hands, literally.
And we know Devin Haney, one of the most skilled fighters in the world today. He's facing another killer, and Brian Norman Jr. If you were Haney's trainer, would you basically say, do what you've been doing, just stay away from this guy and win on points?
Well, that's what he does, isn't it? That's the way he fights, and I think that's the way he'll approach this fight. You know, as you say, Norman's really he's actually well fancied by a lot of good judges in the business. They seem to fancy him to beat him. But again, it's a unbelievable fight. 2 undefeated fighters, and I think we're going to be in for a treat with that, because I think Norman will make him fight. I think that's what will happen.
As a world-class promoter, you've seen it all. Do you prefer the boxer or the puncher in that fight?
I always say a very good boxer will always beat a puncher. That's always been my mantra in boxing. And you would think, again, with Devin going in there, that he's going to have the advantage from being a good boxer.
And then, of course, the main event, Anthony Yarde and David Benavidez. What's the magic sauce to hand the Mexican monster his first defeat, in your opinion?
I think there's a couple of things about it. First of all, Benavidez is coming up. He's come up a weight recently, and I don't know whether he brought that power with him coming up. The thing is with Anthony, he had limited amateur experience. He only had 12 fights as an amateur. So what he's done to have 2 world title fights and keep himself up there in the top 3 or 4 in the division is something special. He's very, very confident. One thing's for sure, if he catches him, he will hurt him. He's a very devastating puncher, and he's a very good finisher. So again, I think a little bit like Sam, he's got to go out and be the boss. As soon as that bell goes, he's got to be the boss, and he's got to try and, make him go toe to toe. They were talking about him being a shootout. I hope that's what it's going to be, because in a shootout, I would fancy my man.
And I got to ask you this question. 10, 15 years ago, was there ever a time where you saw Sergio Mora fighting and said, you know what, Queensberry has got to sign this guy. He's a world star. Was there ever a time?
No, there wasn't. And I had on my heart. But,
I knew that was going
but everything now is just changed, hasn't it? I mean, what do you think what's happened in the last 2.5, 3 years? It's just been amazing in boxing. It's a revelation, and everybody, especially the fans and the viewers on DAZN, are benefiting from it.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you would have signed him if he was a start.
I would love to have fought for Queensberry, I'll tell you that.
All right, he's Frank Warren.
To be, that was the place to be.
Hey, he beat Vernon Forrest, won a world title. You can't take that away from him. All right, for Frank Warren and Sergio Mora, I'm Todd Grisham. We're going to see you right back here tomorrow night. The Ring 4 headlined by Anthony Yarde and the Mexican monster David Benavidez. Things get started at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 2300 here in the Kingdom. Good night, everybody.
Live only on DAZN, November 22nd. The Ring 4. In boxing, gold is everything. And on this night, every fight feels like a main event. David Benavidez, the undefeated Mexican monster, defends against Anthony Yarde, London's heavy hitter. A warrior who's gone toe-to-toe with the best and has the power to end anyone's night early. But the action doesn't stop there. Devin Haney, a 2-weight undisputed king, chases history in yet another division versus Brian Norman Jr., the undefeated champ. While Bam looks to unify more of his division if he can break Fernando Martinez. Plus, Abdullah Mason and Sam Noakes clash at lightweight for the WBO title. This is more than a fight night. It's 4 world titles in 4 different divisions. It's the night of the champions. The Ring 4, November 22nd. Watch only on DAZN.